If you can't kill a boss, no reason why you can't look like one. Moogle putting the wow in transmogs. Quite a bit of Wrath of the Lich King here. The Shoulders of Frost-Tipped Thorns, Icecrown Citadel, 25 man. As you can see, the boss 14% on the drop rate. Those are Druid tier, recolored for rogues. Same will go with the hands. The chest, Whaleskin Breastplate, Dragon Blight, one of my favorite zones in the game. Kalowak, Quartermaster, those are the Warriors people. You're going to need some rep and some gold to pick up that chest piece. The belt is out of Warlords of Draenor. Said it right that time. Blackrock Foundry, Operative Thogar, 16% on the drop rate for the belt. The legs you're going to pick up out of Dalaran, Wrath of the Lich King version. Kieran Tor will sell it for 55 gold. You probably need some rep, maybe friendly or revered, not really sure. Probably honored. Split the difference there. The feet, Treads of Dismal Fortune, Trial of the Champion, Deathstalker Viseri, kind of a fair drop rate to get those boots. Now we're going to move on to, that was a cool looking cloak. And the hands, Handguards of Winter's Respite, Icecrown Citadel, 25 man, Lord Marigar, 18% on the drop rate for the hands. Next up is going to be that really cool looking headpiece. Warp Raider's Eye Patch, Netherstorm. It's a Fell Reaver, but with a heart. Quest reward for the eye patch. The back is not that cloak, it is the Cloak of Three Lanterns, which is at a mop. Check Wowhead for that. Jolly's Boots Dagger, Freehold Heroic. Really like this grayish look for rogues here, and it's pretty easy to pick up. Bloodtan Pauldrons, Hellfire Citadel Heroic, Dia Dark Whisper is the boss, 14% on the drop rate for the shoulders. Now the chest is super easy to get. Grievous Gladiator's Leather Tunic. If you're Horde Prideful, Mop PvP Vendor, 3 marks of honor to pick up the chest, which is part of the same tier set as the legs, so you're going to get the chest and legs from your PvP vendor. The belt, Tomb of Sargeras LFR, Groth is the boss. Kind of a fair drop rate to get that belt from Tomb of Sargeras LFR, which would be Legion. Next up, we're going to stick with the Lady Human and show the legs, Grievous Gladiators, Leather Laggards, Mop PvP vendor, 3 marks of honor. If you Horde, you got to go Prideful to get those legs. Now we're going to show you a Night Elf Rogue with Oppressor's Merciless Treads, Hellfire Citadel Heroic. Tyrant Velhari, kind of a fair drop rate, doing a spin, showing the cloak, which I didn't put in the video, but that's the Dark Phantom Cloak, which you could get out of Strathholm with the boss right before the dude drops the horse. So that's where you get that. The wrist, Bracers of Dark Prophecy, Nyalotha, and the headpiece, Dread Feather Mask, that's crafted from Legion level leatherworking or bought on the auction house. Probably cheap, should be cheap. Basically, better be cheap at this point. And the weapon is the Shiv of the Uncrowned, Rogue Order Hall. You buy it from the Quartermaster, 100 gold to pick up that dagger. The shoulders are basically green balls, Fellflame Infernal shoulder pads, the Burning Throne Heroic, Hulking Demolisher, 5% on the drop rate. That's basically a monk tier, but that's a recolored piece for rogues or any other leather wearer. Hellbeast Skin Tunic, Trial of Valor Heroic Warm, 8% on the drop rate for that chest piece. Moving on to the belt, which is going to bring us to a place called Warlords of Draenor. WoD PvP vendor, Warmongering Gladiator's Belt of Accuracy. If you Horde, you got to go wild. Just 1 mark of honor for the belt, super easy to get. The legs are part of the same set from, basically from Legion, which is same set as the chest, Sucker Scarred Legs. Trial of Valor, keep in mind Heroic, hell yeah, 12% drop rate. The feet, Treads of Violent Intrusion, sounds very roguelike. Tomb of Sargeras, Tidescale Seacaller, we're buying on the auction house. Those are nice leather boots to have for any given leather wearer. The wrist, Shackles of Dark Whispers, Grizzly Hills, Quest Reward, Cleansing Drak Theron. I think that starts in Grizzly Hills and finishes in Zul Barak, that's what I'll call it. Cybergenic Mecha Shades are BFA level engineering. You could also look it up on Wowhead and find a lookalike. Parrot Feather Cloak, Freehold, Mythic. You could go with the burgundy or the green, they both work. and the weapon, Mindbender's Flame Blade, Mythic Hellfire Citadel. Kind of a rust and blue, and it works really well here. The shoulders, you can pick up Siege of Orgrimmar Mythic version. Iron Juggernaut is the boss. 17% on the drop rate to get those shoulders. Moving on, I believe this is an Alliance piece only. Fearless Combatant's Leather Tunic. Legion version of Dalaran, Legion PvP vendor, 12 marks of honor to get the whole set. Eventually, we'll get a piece here and there for the set. The belt, Damron's Belt of Darkness, Siege of Orgrimmar, that is the mythic version. Earthbreaker Harem, 14% on the drop rate for that mythic belt. Moving on, the legs, Fearless Combatants Leather Laggards, Dalaran Legion version. You know the rest of the drill because it's the same as the chest piece, same set, so you got to head over to Dalaran Legion version. Yes, even though this is mostly Alliance, I'm showing it undead just so people can get a few ideas. You got to hit Mythic in order to Mythic Siege of Orgrimmar to get those boots. The hands are out of also Mythic Siege of Orgrimmar. The back, Parrot Feather Cloak, Freehold. That's a dungeon. You could spam it, 12% on the drop rate. And we have a Lady Troll showing the Tabard, which of course is Alliance only. Gilnea's Tabard, Gilnea's Quartermaster in Burning Crusade. So bring some water. Korkron, Elite Skull Mask, Mythic Siege of Orgrimmar, kind of a cool looking mask. And the weapon is out of Dragon Soul, nice drop rate, 45% on the dagger. The shoulders are from a place called Hellfire Citadel. Dia Dark Whisper drops, the Felcraze Pauldrons. Now we're going to go to BFA, the first raid tier. It's called Ulduar. I was going to Coldwar. Ulduar Mythic, Fetid Devourer drops, the Jerkin of Abhorrent Chimera. Sounds like a very hunter-like chest, but it's not. It's for rogues. Moving on, we have now this looks pretty epic on a Lady Human here. Bloodstorm Buckle, Uldir Mythic. Talik is the boss, kind of a fair drop rate, picked up that belt. So you're looking at the belt, the legs, and I believe the boots are all from Uldir. Legs, we said this, Pathogenic Leg Wraps, Uldir Mythic. Mother, 5% on the drop rate. She's now on our side, which is kind of cool. Night Elf, Rogue showing the boots of Final Salvation. Hellfire Citadel, Kilrog, 5% on the drop rate. So we got a little bit of BFA, a little bit of Legion on this set. The wrist, Bracers of Wanton Morality, the Burning Throne. Mother of Night, 5% on the drop rate for those bracers. So it's got that perfect gold and red on those bracers. That's why I went with the bracers. The Helm of Imagine Horrors, Hellfire Citadel, Shadow Lord, Iskar, 14% on the drop rate. And the back, Waycrest Guard's Cloak, Drusvar, Order of Embers, Equipment Cache. Also drops from a rare in Drusvar, so check Wowhead for that. The weapon, Titan Steel Shanker, crafted from Wrath of the Lich King, level Blacksmithing. We're going to start off with the shoulders. A lot of PvP pieces here. Furious Gladiators, Leather Spalders, Wrath of the Lich King PvP vendor. 3 marks of honor for those shoulders. I think this is the one set that those shoulders will go with. They'll look pretty cool. The chest, Prideful Gladiators, Leather Tunic, Mop PvP vendor. 3 marks of honor. Same tier set, PvP tier set as the legs. The belt is the Belt of Fractured Sanity. The Burning Throne, Varamathras, 6% on the drop rate, which of course is from Legion. And we talked about the legs from your Wrath of the Lich King PvP vendor. That would be wrong. It's the Mop PvP vendor. Prideful if you're Alliance, Grievous if you're Horde. 3 marks of honor either way to get the legs. Going with the feet here, which are Warmongering Gladiators, Boots of Victory. To correctly get them for Horde, you're going to have to go wild. 2 marks of honor for the boots. Next up, we're going to go with the wrist here, Trial of Champion. This is Alliance only, Edric de Pure. 12% on the drop rate, armbands of the Wary Outlook. Next up, we have a Lady Blood Elf showing the Night Vision Mech Shades, WAD level engineering, check a local engineer or auction house for those shades. The back, Wavecrest Guard's Cloak, Drusvar, Order of Embers Equipment Cache. That's Alliance only, by the way, on that kind of maroon cloak, and the Mystic Wakener's Blade. Crocon is the place. I want to thank everybody for stopping by, taking a peek at this Rogue Transmog set. There's another one for you if you're curious. My name is Luxeley. Leave you with a final thought, which is, whatever it is by you, whether it's morning, afternoon, or night like it is here, make your day epic.